Vivogig podcast.
We were led to ascend a mountain high on into the clouds in the evening sky.
Hey, this is Daniel Senyard, and you're listening to the vivogig podcast. This is our 10th podcast, and so for something special, we decided to film backstage at the Parish in Austin. There are a bunch of bands playing tonight, and so we're going to film interviews with each of them. We've got fan-submitted questions, and the first band we're talking to is Courrier. Courrier. All right. Yeah, these are the guys.
I'm Austin, and I play piano and guitar, and I sing.
I am Philip, and I play lead guitar.
I'm Taylor, and I play bass.
I'm Nathan, and I play drums.
Right, cool. The first question we have is from Mitch, and they submitted, I'm not sure he or she, but they submitted quite a few questions. First question is, what odd or uncommon instruments would you guys like to integrate into your next record?
Yeah, I think we're gonna be integrating a lot more synths into it. Taylor has fun playing a lot of synths and does some music with that. But I also like a lot of like folksy instruments and mandolin and dobro and dulcimer and stuff like that I like to integrate too, like along with the synthesizers, and kind of find a way to mesh that together. I think that'd be cool.
The next question is from Elle Vaughan, and she wants to know, is the Hokey Pokey what it's really all about? And if so, would you do a remix?
A remix of the Hokey Pokey. I don't think I could sing the Hokey Pokey if I tried.
Yeah.
Nor could I do the Hokey Pokey. And if I did do the Hokey Pokey, I would feel dirty doing it. So...
But yes, it is what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes.
Dubstep, Hokey Pokey.
Yes, the Hokey Pokey is what it's all about.
All right, the next question comes from Nisi, and she asks, well, she says at least, I find that your music has a sweet sadness to it, inspiring but always with an underlying sorrow. Why is that? Did any incident or experience in particular inspire the song Paper Ghost, and if so, what?
A lot of our songs are kind of a mixture of kind of the joy and sadness of life, and so it's hard for us to really write a song that's, either end of the spectrum. There kind of is always that balance there, and so there wasn't really one incident in particular. One of the things that we like to do is tell stories through songs, and so that story was just kind of birthed out of an idea of Ars Moriendi, which is the art of dying. So it sounds really morbid, but at the end it's kind of a really hopeful climax, we hope. So
Next question comes from Sue Basco, and she asks, how does your faith inform your music?
I got it. I think that's pretty much what the basis of everything we're going to play is, because in any band for that matter, like, what you believe in is going to be displayed in what you're playing and what you write. And if you don't believe in your music, and if you don't believe in anything concrete, it's not going to come across in music. You're not going to portray any emotion whatsoever. You're just going to be blank up there. You're just going to be trying to entertain people, and that's not what our music is about. It's definitely a personal thing, and it's about connecting with people on a personal level. And so if someone sees that what we believe in is coming through in our music, then that's great. That's what we want, and that's what we're hoping for in writing music.
The next question comes from Anna, and she says that you guys are managed by Matt Novsky from Blue October. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. How did that relationship begin, and how long have you guys how long have you guys known them?
allow me to take this question. So with the proliferation of social networking sites, you find that certain sites die out pretty quickly, one of them being MySpace. And so it's actually really funny. MySpace, we don't really do much on MySpace. Our MySpace actually says leave MySpace, just because we don't really want to spend any time there. And most of the messaging that we get there is just kind of it's spam anyway. But about 2 years ago maybe, we get a message from a guy named Matt, and it's like really, it looks like a MySpace message. Like there's really no like punctuation or anything. Yeah, smiley faces, and we're like, oh god, who is this spammer? But he said like, he's like, yeah, I play bass for Blue October, and so we were like, well, he's probably not lying about that. And so we met with him, and Matt truly is the most genuine guy we've ever met in the music industry. Just has the best heart and the best intentions around, and so we couldn't be happier working with him. And he's just an amazing guy through and through. So we're really happy it worked out that way. But it's a funny story. So
We still don't support MySpace.
Well, so, speaking about social media, what are you guys as far as the strategy goes? How much does that play into it? Connecting with the fans through social media, how important?
One of the things that we really love doing is connecting with fans, and we see a lot of bands that don't really take time to connect with fans or post things to social media that fans might want to see, pictures, set lists, ask opinions or whatever. And we love hearing and responding to fans online just as much as we do at shows. So we kind of hope it carries over online as well.
The next question is another one from Emitch, and he or she asks, if you could create music in any decade, what decade would that be?
What? Man. Well, I think the 80s would be awesome, but I think just because I'm a huge synth guy, but I also think the 60s would have been a really cool time, and the early 60s would have been just a super cool time to just be a part of the British invasion. Hopefully we'd be British, because that'd be yeah.
I'd like to go back to the 90s and do the music we're doing now in the 90s, because I feel like we would be really popular in the 90s, because they'd be like, what is this music? They're playing electric guitars in place of acoustic guitars, and we'd be literally from the future. So yeah.
All right, next question once again from Emitch is, what band or musician would you most love to hear cover your music?
What do you guys think? What do you think? I mean, some of our biggest, Michelle Grant. Let's see, some of our favorite bands like Coldplay or Radiohead would be cool to see. I'm thinking I would like to see somebody crazy cover music. I'd like to see Jay-Z or maybe dubstep. Can we do dubstep our music? No, that would be Lenny Kravitz. Country style Courrier.
Disturbed.
All right.
Did anyone else notice that Nathan holds a microphone really weird?
So sort of a follow-up to that is, what rapper would you want to have a cameo on your next album?
Oh, man.
Pusha T.
All right, the next question comes from Shelby Lynn, and she wants to know, if your belly button was a functional button, what would you want it to do?
It would be a Moog filter, and that is all.
Like a filter for your voice, though?
But Moog, not like Courrier.
All right, and then the last question is, what is your favorite Steve Martin movie as a band? And, so maybe you can give your individuals and come to and then there's a follow-up to that.
Okay.
Man, I really like, I have to go classic. I have to go The Jerk.
Me too.
Yes, me too. All right.
Maybe I'll go Father of the Bride then.
Yeah, I say The Jerk. The line about the thermos is just, it's a classic.
Yeah, I got to do The Jerk too.
I haven't seen The Jerk, so I gotta go Father of the Bride. It's a funny movie.
You're out of the band.
So the next part of that is reenact your favorite scene. Is anyone willing to stand up?
Three Amigo. I couldn't even do Three Amigos.
There's a reason we're not actors.
Yeah.
We're in the.
Yeah, I can't really do that. Sorry to let you down, whoever you are. Yeah. I feel like this is a huge letdown. Yeah. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We're going to rehearse. Yeah.
All right, so do you guys have any shows coming up? Local shows? Yeah. other than tonight, in the near future. So let us know what dates, people can come see you at, and then also your social media profiles, websites, where you want to connect with people.
Our next big show in Austin is May 21st at actually a new venue here in Austin called Venue 222. And we've got Sleeper Star headlining. They're out of Dallas, great band. And then the Rocket Boys are going to be playing with us as well. And then a band from Nashville called Caleb, I think, is playing with us. And so it's going to be an awesome show. May 21st. Definitely check it out. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at Courrier Music, Courrier Music. And yeah, talk to us. We talk back.
My phone number is...
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys.